Sister Wives, Maddie Brush Brown opens up after brother's suicide. Watch the full video to see Maddie Brush Brown's statement.
Hi all. Okay, so I am stepping back into normalcy today as much as you can. I wanted to get on and just talk about some stuff that I've observed. Obviously the first week was horrible. We were 2 weeks post Garrison's death. Last week was my kids' spring break, and I didn't put pressure to go back to real life. And so I wanted to get on before I start going back to real life and just talk about some things that I've learned. I love Instagram. I know social media can be controversial, but Instagram is my platform. It's one that I have babied. It's one that I've cultivated my following. I love connecting with you guys. So I wanted to kind of get back to normalcy here, but I wanted to address some things first. First thing is I just wanted to say thank you for the outpouring of love that we've had. I have received probably thousands of messages from you guys just saying condolences, talking about your experiences with suicide, and just love. And I wanted to say thank you for that, because I maybe didn't respond, but I read them, and a lot of you had experienced something like this. So it's crazy how many people it touches.
Cody Brown's daughter Madison Brush says family was very poor prior to Sister Wives. Cody Brown's daughter Madison Brush gave an insight into the polygamist family's finances before they became famous on the hit TLC series Sister Wives. Madison, 29, who Cody shares with ex-wife Janelle Brown, said the family was very poor before starring on the series, as she appeared on the Authentic Society podcast on Monday. She also shared that her father often invested in get-rich-quick schemes. My dad always chose the get-rich-quick scheme, almost always, she said. And that was something that was such a foreign thought to Caleb, Madison stated in reference to her husband Caleb Brush, adding, "And I remember explaining some ideas to him, and he was like, no. Before the show, we were very poor. I think my dad made decent money, but we had 15 kids, she said. My dad was a sign salesman, but he was always doing something. Even after the show started, they did a lot of investments with people and stuff like that," she shared about the father of 18. She went on to add that all of the wives, including Mary, Christine, and Robin, prioritized spending over saving.
The other thing I wanted to say, I had to write them down, was 4 things I learned over these couple of weeks. First thing is, mental health is so important, and I don't think we talk about it enough, and I don't think we do enough to bring awareness. It wasn't bullying, it wasn't a lack of love that Garrison had, it was mental health. And I am going to continue talking about mental health and self-care until I am blue in the face, because I don't think it's talked about enough in a way that people understand it. The other thing I was going to say is time is so precious, and if you're not happy with how you're spending your time and you don't feel fulfilled in life, then I would encourage you to reevaluate, because it's so fleeting and it's so precious. And I've noticed that, especially the last 2 weeks, but having kids too. The other thing is social media is not real. And I'm going to be pushing really hard to be more, I have been, but even more so. I'm done with filters, and be more authentic. It's a highlight reel, and that was something that Garrison and I talked a lot about. And I know my other siblings and my mom have expressed this, that Garrison used to feel like he wasn't doing enough because he was comparing himself to things on social media. And I don't think that it's real, and I think we need to remember that. So if you're ever feeling down on yourself because you see somebody post something, remember it's their highlight reel, and you don't see all the stuff going on in the background. And number 4 is the value of community, and loving each other even with your differences. I've had a phenomenal community show up, and also my siblings. We all disagree. We're all very strongly opinionated people, and we have disagreements on other things, but the way that we can show up for each other and love each other even in this time, even with our differences, and the way that I've had friends and other families show up. So if you're struggling with community, I would encourage you to get out and talk to people and get away from your screens and social media is not real, and get community with your family, your friends, your loved ones. And I just wanted to also, again, just say a huge thank you to all of you who have just shown love and just kindness over the last few weeks. So.
David's life with Christine isn't perfect. Leaving Utah sparked some drama, and he may not like filming the show. The sad reason, Sister Wives star Christine Brown wanted her mom at her wedding dress appointment. Christine Brown's mom was not able to attend her daughter's 1994 wedding to Cody Brown. Christine Brown wants the wedding gown of her dreams. In the December 8th episode of Sister Wives, Christine tried on dresses for her wedding to David Woolley. She brought a large group of her nearest and dearest with her to the bridal shop, including one very important person, her mother. For her second wedding, Christine, 52, was on the hunt for a dress that would make her feel like a princess. To help her find the right look, she enlisted the most important women in her life, including her daughters, her future mother-in-law, and her mom, Annie. I have an amazing group of ladies here, my little entourage of awesome. My mom's here, Christine said. Having her mom watch her trying on wedding dresses was especially poignant for Christine, considering that Annie was not able to attend Christine's first wedding. When I married Cody, my mom and I picked out my dress. My mom made it for me, the Sister Wives star shared. My mom made my wedding dress for me. She couldn't come to the wedding because it was a spiritual wedding. In our church, you have to be a member of the church to come to the wedding services, she went on to explain. So she wasn't able to come. She had the dress there for me, but she never saw me in it. To have my mom here is super important to me. The Sister Wives star wants a completely different look for her second wedding. When Christine married Cody in 1994 after a rushed 6-week engagement, her dress was designed with the Brown family's strict religious beliefs in mind. Christine's former sister wife, Janelle Brown, explained that in their religion, it's typical for women to wear very conservative wedding gowns. It's very traditional, like covered to the wrist, to the floor, no low necklines, Janelle explained. They're kind of plain, kind of boring a lot of times. Christine, who once said she hated the dress she wore at her and Cody's wedding, had a very different look in mind for wedding number 2. I think my mom wants something that is sexy, but also something that is elegant, her daughter Michael T. shared. While Christine was looking for something less modest than her first wedding dress, she didn't want to swing too far in the other direction. One gown she tried on left little to the imagination. She dubbed it the vagina dress. I'm not wearing this dress, Christine said. This is a little bit beyond my comfort level. A lot beyond. Cody Brown's daughter Madison gets candid on family's financial problems before Sister Wives. Sister Wives star Cody Brown's daughter Madison Brush, whom he shares with ex-wife Janelle Brown, revealed her dad's money problems that existed before the TLC series began in 2010. Madison Brush is shedding light on the financial lives of the Sister Wives. The 29-year-old daughter of patriarch Cody Brown and his ex Janelle Brown, who, along with Christine Brown and Mary Brown, divorced Cody within the past 4 years, recently detailed her family's relationship to money prior to the TLC show's launch in 2010. Before the show, we were very poor, Madison said on the December 9th episode of her The Authentic Society podcast. My dad made decent money, but we had 15 kids. The pregnant mom of 3, who shares kids Axel, 7, Evie, 5, and Josephine, 22 months, with husband Caleb Brush, is now able to compare her current financial situation to what she experienced growing up. My dad always chose the get-rich-quick scheme, almost always, Madison continued. That was such a foreign thought to Caleb. And I remember explaining some ideas to him, and he was like, no. She also noted that Cody, who is still married to Robin Brown and currently starring in season 19 of the series, was formerly a sign salesman who spent money on random investments with people. When we got our tax returns when we were younger, my parents immediately spent it on something, Madison explained, and Caleb's family were both educated and they did not. They saved it. They saved every penny they could. But money isn't the only area of her life that Madison has had to make some tough realizations. Indeed, she's had to assess the relationships she keeps in her life as well. I have no contact with some of my family, and it's because of stuff that has happened, she shared on the November 11th episode of her The Authentic Society podcast. Cody doesn't have any respect for boundaries, and you have to play by his rules, and I just don't care to do that. My dad would get very angry when I would. I'm a straight shooter, Maddie explained. That was one of the reasons that I went no contact, because it was like he didn't like a mirror being held up. Read on to see more recent revelations from the Sister Wives cast. Mary says Cody gave her hope for their marriage. Cody Brown insisted he was ready to divide himself from first wife Mary Brown shortly after their 1990 vows. But he led me to believe that he would work on things by saying, "Oh Mary, when we move to Flagstaff, this will be a good time to have a new beginning for us," Mary shared in the September 15th premiere, referencing their 2018 move. Like he led me to believe those things. This is what he's done for many, many years. Her main gripe, she shared, is his lack of communication and how he really felt and what he really wanted or what he really didn't want, and the story that he's been telling for all these years. And while Cody acknowledged that there may have been mixed messages, it was only because as he started to work on things, "I'm like, why would I do this?" he explained. "I would not court and date her now." Either way, Mary's friends were thrilled when she finally pulled the plug in early 2023. They're like, "Okay, we're here for you, we're supporting you. And it's about damn time," she confessed. Blinders off, she now feels that he had been trying to get her to walk away for years by insisting he didn't love her, because if he can push me out and I leave, he's not the bad guy because he didn't walk away. Years after the family purchased the 14-acre plot of land they planned to build on in Flagstaff, Arizona, Cody confessed in the season premiere that he was ready to let the dream wither. Unable to build without paying off the full $820,000 price tag, which the family reportedly did in 2023, he told remaining wife Robin Brown, "I'd almost rather scrap it or sell it and then just start again somewhere else." As for Robin, "I can't talk about that," she responded. "That is so not where I'm at." While second wife Janelle Brown previously told E! News, "We just kind of started to grow apart." Ultimately, it was Cody's lapses as a parent to some of their kids that pushed her to leave. "The big spark for me was when his relationship broke down with my children, and he didn't seem like he would move heaven and earth to fix it," explained the mom to Logan Brown, Madison Brown Brush, Hunter Brown, Garrison Brown, Gabriel Brown, and Savannah Brown. "And I thought, okay, that was what was really holding me here." Even when Cody broached the idea of reconciling in the November 3rd episode, it was a non-negotiable for Janelle. "I don't know how I would ever reconcile with him and have him not have a relationship with my kids," she said. "No, I'm going to always choose my kids." The truth about Janelle Brown's first marriage to Mary's brother? Sister Wives is one of many reality television shows that follows quite a unique group of people. The show centers around Cody Brown and his polygamous lifestyle. His wives were all on board at the start of the series, but as the years went on, the family began to crumble prior to any of the marriages breaking down. However, there was an interesting origin story. Fans of the show will be pretty shocked to learn that not only was Janelle married to Mary's brother, but it actually led to her marriage to Cody. Janelle's marriage to Mary's brother led to her meeting and marrying Cody. Janelle Brown appeared on the Reality Life with Kate Casey podcast in November 2024. During the wide-ranging discussion, she revealed that she doesn't count her brief marriage to Mary Brown's brother, Adam Barber, as a real marriage. "It was very, very short-lived," Janelle said. Janelle and Adam were married for 2 years before divorcing in 1990. Mary would go on to marry Cody Brown and become his first wife that same year. "Many of us have had starter marriages," Kate Casey joked. This prompted Janelle to respond, "It probably really qualifies as that," laughing. She added, "I think we might have lived together physically, actually lived together for like 6 months. While reflecting on the marriage, Janelle said it just didn't take. Janelle might not have been married to Adam anymore, but she did remain friends with Mary and Cody. The two first crossed paths at Mary's house right before the divorce. Sadly, Adam passed away at the age of 54 in October 2023 after battling cancer. I was not at Mary's house all the time. I mean, I was there occasionally, Janelle remembered. I just happened to be there one time when Cody came, and I already was intrigued with the faith. At the time, Janelle thought that polygamy represented something a little more dynamic or something more robust than the faith I had. She explained, when I met Cody just in passing, Mary introduced us. I go, oh, I had sort of a feeling, like, oh, there you are. While most people know what they've seen play out on television, Janelle said her connection with Cody didn't happen right away. Janelle even revealed she had different guys pursuing her after the marriage to Adam ended. Some of these guys even met Mary and Cody. I knew them as friends. I had other relationships and boyfriends. Sometimes we did double date, Janelle said. They were always my token polygamous friends. I was 20. It felt cool to have unique friends. According to Janelle, Cody didn't seek her out for a romantic relationship. It was actually her interest in the religion that led to their union. I started to investigate the faith. Mary's mother was a really great resource for me, she revealed. I pretty much made the decision to join the faith. Janelle and Cody had 6 children, one of whom recently passed away. Janelle and Cody wed in 1993 after being friends for a few years. She became Cody's second wife, and they went on to welcome 6 children. Their son Garrison passed away in May at the age of 25. Garrison's death came during production of season 19 of Sister Wives. Many fans wondered how the show would handle his passing. At the start of the season premiere, a series of 3 quote cards appear against a black background. This season of Sister Wives began filming in late 2022. On March 5th, 2024, Cody and Janelle's son Garrison passed away. He was greatly loved and will be deeply missed, the cards read. According to police in Flagstaff, Arizona, Garrison appeared to have died by suicide. Janelle and I are deeply saddened to announce the loss of our beautiful boy Robert Garrison Brown. He was a bright spot in the lives of all who knew him. Our loss will leave such a big hole in our lives that it takes our breath away. We ask that you please respect our privacy and join us in honoring his memory, a post from Cody read. Garrison was also remembered by several other family members in the wake of his passing. Maddie Brown Brush, one of Garrison's sisters, was among those who paid tribute to him. Maddie spoke out about the subject of mental health during her appearance in the premiere episode. Mental health is so important, and I don't think we talk about enough, and I don't think we do enough to bring awareness. It wasn't bullying. It wasn't a lack of love that Garrison had. It was mental health, Maddie said in a video posted to her Instagram. Janelle has been very open with fans of the show in a way that is uncommon for public figures who are in the midst of the grieving process. Janelle posted a family photo of her posing with her 6 children, their significant others, and her grandchildren just days after Garrison's death. I had all my children together last Christmas. It was amazing, as it's hard with everyone's busy lives to coordinate time like this. I am extremely grateful now that we had pictures taken, she captioned the photo. Janelle would go on to split from Cody, but the family was already crumbling. At first, Mary believed the marriage was weird. This revelation came courtesy of her appearance on the Misunderstood with Rachel Uckadle podcast. She would reveal that her and Janelle's hometown wasn't that small, so she didn't expect her then ex-sister-in-law to move on with her husband. It took a minute for me to get my head wrapped around it, Mary said of Janelle and Cody's marriage. The whole thing was interesting. There was emotions. Let's just say, there was emotions. Christine Brown would join the family and marry Cody in 1994. This was followed by Robin Brown, who began dating Cody in 2010. Cody and Mary were divorced 4 years later, and he legally married Robin. He also adopted her 3 children from a past marriage. Despite the divorce, Mary and Cody remained in a spiritual union for nearly another decade before their family began to crumble. Christine and Cody eventually split, with the announcement coming in November 2021. This was after the couple spent more than 25 years together. Following her split from Cody, Christine remarried, this time to a man named David Woolley. Following their one-year anniversary, she opened up about their first year of marriage to Us Weekly, noting that she was happier than she'd even been. She also went on to say that, unlike during her marriage to Cody, she was now fully monogamous and loving it. Janelle and Cody had 6 children, one of whom recently passed away. Janelle and Cody wed in 1993 after being friends for a few years. She became Cody's second wife, and they went on to welcome 6 children. Their son Garrison passed away in May at the age of 25. Garrison's death came during production of season 19 of Sister Wives. Many fans wondered how the show would handle his passing. At the start of the season premiere, a series of 3 quote cards appear against a black background. This season of Sister Wives began filming in late 2022. On March 5th, 2024, Cody and Janelle's son Garrison passed away. He was greatly loved and will be deeply missed, the cards read.